So here is to demonstrate the JSON validation error that I encountered. Just add property, then fill in required, and then proceed. So as you can see, I am making a property from scratch. Detail. And here is the what happened. As you can see, for this question, the yes checkbox is the default checked checkbox. So when you save and continue, you are directed to the tenant setup page. But when I was creating the property, I wanted to have 0 tenants, so I just click on back. So basically, I entered this form and just click back, and then for this question, I checked the no checkbox, and then click save and continue, save and continue, save and continue, and then submit. And then I just answered the questionnaires like usual. Let me just answer the required questions in case. Okay, and when clicking save and submit, the JSON validation error shows up. So, so that's it. I think the crucial point there was that I was directed to the tenant setup page, and then I proceeded to go back to the building setup. So for this next test, I am going to demonstrate how if you directly click no to the checkbox, you will not be having the JSON validation error. Proceed. Okay, strip retail. Okay. So basically, if you don't enter the tenant setup page, you just click no directly and then save and continue. Save and continue. You will not be having the JSON validation error. Okay, save and submit. Submit. See, worksheet generation has begun. So the JSON validation error doesn't appear when the user did not proceed to the tenant setup page. This last test case, um, I am going to add a tenant, but I will not go back to the property setup page. Here. Strip retail building. So here, I am going to keep this checked, but I am going to add a tenant like so. And I will not go back to the property setup page. I'll just save and continue. So in this manner, we will also not be encountering the JSON validation error. Here, save and submit. Here, as you can see, the worksheet generation has begun and the JSON validation error did not show up. So I think the crucial part of this is that when the user enters the tenant setup page and to the goes back to the property setup page or any page that is not save and continue, then it produces the JSON validation error somehow. So yeah, that part needs to be investigated.